Hi guys, this is a voltage regulator from a 2014 KTM 1190 Adventure. It looks like this. When it's on the motorcycle, this looks actually like this. You have to remove the upper bolt on the lower bolt. You will be able to remove it. Of course, you have to disconnect the plug. This is actually the plug. It is the built-in plug or connector. It doesn't have the wires, but I check it on the connectors, and this is what we have here. You see, this is that part, and below you have what it says, what it means. The first pin, let's say this pin over here, the pin, this one over here, this one that I'm touching right now, hard to see, but it says is alternator or stator. It's coming from, it is where that part is the one that is getting or receiving the energy from the stator. And then we have on this pin, where it is, on this pin we have the positive. This is the one that goes to the battery. It is red and white. That is red and white. That is red and white. And then we have alternator. So 3 cables are coming from the alternator on my KTM. They are yellow. I see them yellow. Somebody might see them green or a clear type of, but it's yellow for me. It's yellow. And this one is negative. Is black on my motorcycle. So we have 3 receiving the signal, 3 pins receiving the signals, and the positive red and white that goes to the battery, and this one goes to ground. So we're gonna use this multimeter to check it out. This is just the throttle body, and this is the sensor with a couple of other things. I cleaned them as well. What happened is I'm having the problem with the motorcycle is cranking, but it's not turning. It's just cranking, but I don't have the motorcycle turning. So I went online. I checked the a couple of pages, videos that help me, video tutorials how to do this. Thanks to these guys as well, and a lot of other guys that are doing this for the community. And so I downloaded this part, and at the very beginning I didn't know what type of voltage regulator I had, so I was thinking it was damaged, because on this little box I was getting open line, and I was thinking that my regulator was damaged. So, but then I realized that the KTM regulator, or at least on the 1190 Adventure, and I'm assuming that it works with the majority of the 1190s and other type of regulators. And we have this type of regulator, the one that is called MOSFET. And so we have that thing here, and I was getting all the correct readings on that one, but not on this one. And then it says here, this note worked for me. Of course, I'm not a technician, I'm not a mechanic, I just like to do my stuff. So it says, note for test 1, multimeter sends signals through red, and then the wire or the device received it, and black gets it. So we have the readings. And then it says, that's for me, for my understanding as well, MOSFET or QR, voltage regulator or voltage rectifier. This one will allow the pass of electricity or signal through one direction only. So now let's jump to, and I did have all my readings based on whatever this guy was telling I think it was Ivan, the guy that was on the video. So we have this part over here. Let me just connect it. We have this little part. This is the black cord, the black cable. I have this crocodile type of things of cable that helps a lot. You guys have to get this thing. If you guys are into this, it's like $2.99. You guys have to get them. And then that's, as you can see here, that is the positive. You see positive, and remember the red in the multimeter, the red is the one sending the signal, so it needs to go through all of the circuit inside the voltage regulator, actually the diode is, and then if the diode is good, it will allow the pass of electricity so the black can read it and we get the reading on our multimeter. But the diode will only allow the pass through, at least on this one, will only allow the pass of the electricity through one direction. So let's give it a try now. Let me just turn that. So as I was saying, if you put it in any other place like the negative, you're gonna get an open reading, open line, because they are not contacting in the internal circuit. They are, but just in one way. You see, I have my reading there, I have my reading there, and I have my reading there. And now I'm gonna put it the other way around. I'm gonna put the black cable on the negative. There you have it. I'm gonna put it that way, and I'm gonna try it. Give me just a little moment here. I'm gonna test the readings. Now the red is sending the signal. I should have an open line here, guys. So let's give it a try. Open line, you see? Open line, and then pin number 4, open line. So that means it's working good. Remember, guys, we are only testing the diodes right now, the rectifier part of the voltage regulator, because the voltage regulator, to test the regulator part, you need the alternator or some sort of current generator, just to make the regulator to work, to get that energy, high voltage, and then it will regulate the voltage to 12 volt, 14.9.6.7 as the highest, the one that the bicycle will use. So yes, you see, now I have the voltage, the multimeter, the black cord connected to the negative, and when I'm sending the signal, I'm not getting anything on the pins. I'm not getting anything here in positive and negative. That means the diodes are working good. Of course, if you put them together, like black and red together, you're gonna get a little reading there. But if you put them here, or this one here, this one, you're not gonna get anything. So at least the diodes are working. My bicycle is not wrong, it's not turning on for me to check on the voltage regulator part of this device, but I will do my best to get it. When I get it on, maybe it'll be in another video, I will be able to get it. So once more, if you guys want to check the board, this is the board. I was within spec on this one. It says meter red, so the cable that comes from the meter should be the red one to positive, and I should have an OL. I did have an OL, and then it's open line, and then the meter black cable, the multimeter black cable to the positive from the voltage regulator. I did it. I did have something within that range. I was getting 0.8 something. So this is the reading I had yesterday. I'm assuming it was because of the weather or something like that. And then I was at the beginning, I was a bit worried I was getting the incorrect reading here, not within the results. So I was stating that my voltage regulator was damaged, but this one does not apply for the one on the KTM 1190 Adventure, at least 2014. I'm assuming it covers from 2014 to 2017. And yes, that is. If you want to see what was the reading on the test, there you have it, little chart, and then you have it over here. That's what I did. There you guys have how to contact them, how to check them out. I did this and it was so good, so it passed at least the rectifier part. Now another part is I was not able to, when I was verifying the cable, the plugs, you know, the connectors, I didn't have a way to put this inside those pins. That thing was too big, so of course I went to grab something that would help me, and I did catch that thing over there, and it works perfectly, and it's better because it has a type of grip. So then you put that one there and you grab those little cables that you pin it like this. You pin it like this. Wait, let me try to do it. You pin it in that way, and then you can get the reading. You insert this inside the plugs, inside the connectors, and then you get the reading by connecting the other end of this cable to your multimeter, to this part, and then you get the reading on your multimeter. So far everything looks good, and the only error that the screen was showing was ambient temperature sensor error, and then now it's telling me that the mass airflow sensor failure. So I'm assuming that's the reason why it is not working. I did clean the injectors. I wasn't able to remove that bolt you guys see there. I was unable to remove it, and I will remove it eventually, but I just need to test it. So I cleaned it. I cleaned my injectors. The way I cleaned it is I have a little air pump, you know, the one you use to fill the tires of a bicycle. You put some fluid in this thing over here, put some fluid there, and then you remove, and then you put the other pipe coming from the air pump there, and it will pushes the fluid through the injectors. Of course you have to have, you see the plugs, it's a 2-pin plugs. You have to have them connected to a battery, and they will stay open. And then you can even ask for help, because I did receive some help to do that, and they were working fine. And this is a 12 hole injector, just for you guys to know. Both of them were working fine. I did have to test it one by one, and it was actually really good. They were throwing fuel correctly and everything, so I know that's not the problem. And that thing over there, that sensor, I don't really know what it does. I was thinking it was the map, the pressure, the mass airflow sensor, and I think that is, but I'm not sure about that. But I test the connectors. The connectors are good, or working fine. I have continuity in all of them, so we're good, at least in that part. Oh, and something else. On the wire diagram, the one that says the stator or alternator, it says that the wire are red, but they are not red. They are yellow. So I hope you guys it helps. I haven't seen one of these, at least for this specific engine, but I'm sure that it works for other types of engines. So good luck with your work. I'm still waiting from some parts to finish the process, and to see if it will start or not.